Trump, Larry Fink, and Micheal Saylor, what is actually going on here? I'm here to tell you today is December 25th, 2024. You're going to see in January, cryptocurrency is going to go through the roof. So, we're going to break down today some facts, figures, numbers, logic, and really look at a 30,000 foot overview and get non emotional about these markets and try to understand at a deep level what is actually happening here. We're going to talk deeply around the effect of Bitcoin with Trump coming in, Micheal Saylor, and Larry Fink. But remember, Bitcoin drives the market. So if you're a holder of XRP, XLM, any of those other alternative coins, this is dramatically going to affect your portfolio. And you have to be prepared. Remember, bull run number one, you're learning, you're getting your bumps and bruises. You're figuring out financial literacy, financial discipline, and building the foundation. Bull run number two, which will be 2028 to 2030, will be your wealth bull run. And bull run number three will be your generational wealth. But before we kick it off, I want to say Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever you celebrate. For my family and I, we believe in God, Jesus Christ, Christ Jesus, Yeshua, whatever you want to refer to him as, but we believe in the risen King, Jesus Christ. So I want to honor Jesus Christ and say thank you for this beautiful day. And thank you, God. I get emotional. Thank you, God, for allowing us to have your son to walk in his light. So let's dive right into this video. On the back end of every video, I'm going to share with you exactly what I do. So what I want to do is I want to be the calm in the storm for you. I want to pull you out of the tribalism. I want to pull you into a non-emotional environment. And I want you to step back and really look at what's happening here. Okay. There's people saying Bitcoin's going to zero if you find out who created it. There's people saying that XRP is a shit coin. You have to learn discernment yourself and make your own decision. These are all tools. We have to figure out which tools are going to be here after regulation, number one. And number two, you have to figure out what are your intentions with these tools? Why are you doing what you do? Okay. So very important to understand where the narrative is taking us. And I'm going to show you some interesting stuff here. Remember, I'm going to show you the top 5 Bitcoin holders again. And you just got to use logic. It doesn't make sense logic-wise, and I could eat my words in the future, but I'm going to go based on the facts, figures, numbers, logic that I have now. So let's talk about some logic before we go into this. Okay. Why would the largest asset manager in the world, 10 trillion, 11 trillion under management now, it's bigger than most countries' GDP, which is Larry Fink and BlackRock. Larry Fink sits on the board of trustees for the World Economic Forum. The World Economic Forum board of trustees' mission is to move the mission forward. They told you in 2030, you're going to own nothing and be happy. So let that sink in. Write that down. Larry Fink and BlackRock was tapped in 2008 by the Federal Reserve to balance out the markets, 2020 to balance out the markets in America. Write that down. In 2017, JP Morgan, Jamie Dimon told you that cryptocurrency is a fraud as they're building their own blockchain technology. They were all buying Bitcoin, I guarantee you, and they're doing it through the back doors, I promise you. And in 2017, Larry Fink told you that it's used for money laundering. And then all of a sudden, 2023, BlackRock, we're doing a Bitcoin ETF. I was wrong. It's a flight to quality. Interesting. And then 2024, the whole campaign was run on pro crypto. Trump told you he didn't like cryptocurrency. He's a US dollar type person. Okay. But it's not, this isn't competing against the US dollar. It's tokenizing everything. It's moving us into the age of Aquarius. So then all of a sudden, Trump goes from not liking cryptocurrency to his own DeFi platform to wanting to make America the Bitcoin and crypto capital of the world. That affects no matter what, whether you're a Bitcoin maxi, an XRP maxi, Cardano, whatever it is, Bitcoin is going to affect the whole market. So I look at the facts, not emotion, but this is the stuff that's happening right now, okay? So MicroStrategy, you have to study Micheal Saylor, study MicroStrategies. Follow him and watch everything he's doing because that is going to drive dramatically the markets, okay? So MicroStrategy wants to issue 10 billion more shares. Now, why is he doing that? At a current market price of 3.3 trillion or 36 million Bitcoins, what comes next will be unprecedented. Something will have to give, and I'm guessing the price of Bitcoin will go much, much higher. So we have MicroStrategies, which I'm going to show you. Let me go over the different companies here. MicroStrategies is either that this is the thing, this is logic, right? It's either going to be the biggest bubble we've ever seen, or it's going to be one of the greatest investments in the world. That's it. There's only two options. And there's two other options as well. Either they created it to fix the system, Bitcoin, and we all got played, or you can't beat it, join it. There's only two things, right? We can argue back and forth, but it's coming. We could fight back and forth on what's this, what's that. It's coming. Bitcoin will be a store of value like gold. XRP will be a dominant player in the payment systems. They're two different things. XRP is for liquidity and payments. Bitcoin, I believe, was always designed as a store of value like gold. Okay. Or it morphed into that because it was slow and clunky. So, like, wait a minute, this is our new gold. Then we got our payment systems, right? There's tribalism needs to go away in this industry. It's like this is the very thing that we were trying to go to decentralization to come together is this new wave of energy. It's now more tribalism within crypto than there is in the old ecosystem, right? It's the same shit every single time. It's just a wave of energy. Okay, I'll get off my soapbox. Okay, so how MicroStrategy's Bitcoin stash has grown. Look at 2021 to 2025. This chart is going to continue to skyrocket. So if they're able to issue those 10 billion shares, he's going to buy Bitcoin. Okay, he said they are not just a software company; they are a Bitcoin treasury company. Okay, me and my CFO are going to be sitting down very soon. We are going to really remorph our companies as well within our ecosystem. We're going to start to accumulate pretty heavily in these asset classes. You should, as a business owner, start thinking about that as well. Are you going to store all your cash in a deflationary dollar or excuse me, a deflating dollar or a deflationary asset that you potentially could create your massive bank that you could borrow against in the future? So for our company, we own quite a bit of XRP. We have a lot of XRP for our company. And I want to start almost a Bitcoin treasury so we can have our store value like gold. That could be our bank account. And XRP is holding, I mean, both of them, because you're going to be able to borrow, stake. It's so beautiful what's happening right now. Okay, so first we talked about MicroStrategies, right? There's something going on there. BlackRock says Bitcoin deserves a spot in your portfolio. So they are recommending, I think it's 2%. Yep, right here. BlackRock's case for a 2% Bitcoin allocation. So now BlackRock, the largest asset manager in the world, I just met somebody at the grocery store that we were talking about to him and his the husband and wife, great couple, and she was talking about so they have their assets with BlackRock, and we were talking back and forth crypto. I'm like, BlackRock is going to be recommending you put 2%. Imagine if all of the asset managers started copying what BlackRock is doing, and 2% of their portfolio goes into crypto. Do you realize what that's going to do for your portfolio, whether it's Bitcoin, XRP, or any alternative token? So just to clarity, you might be new to crypto. You have Bitcoin and then altcoins. That's all other tokens, right? So when you see what's happening with Bitcoin, that's why you need to study and understand it because it drives the whole market. Now, here's where logic comes in. Okay, this is why you don't see me respond. I'm just non-emotional and stoic about this because we're being played, guys. Look at this. I showed you guys this a couple weeks ago. I was in Mexico. The top 5 richest Bitcoin holders are Satoshi. We don't know who Satoshi is. But the next 4 people, think about this. BlackRock, Larry Fink is number 2, richest. These are the richest people in Bitcoin. MicroStrategies, which he's, I mean, it's just going to keep going up, right? And I have this whole other strategy on the stock side. Grayscale and America are the top 5 holders besides Satoshi. Okay, logic would say, there's something fishy going on there. They don't know who Satoshi is, but the top 4 holders besides Satoshi are all America. And all of a sudden, we want to make America the crypto capital of the world. We're going to bring Bitcoin mining to America. Larry Fink, the largest asset manager in the world, has been telling us we need to rethink retirement and bring the public and private sector together. As Trump comes in with his new campaign, they're going to be bringing the public and private sector together. Guys, decentralization is coming. Trump is not scared of decentralization. Trump is not scared of us having our own money and our own wealth. That's how countries grow. When you allow people to build and innovate, it actually is the golden era that we're heading into. But here's the rub here. The middle class is getting wiped out leveraged towards technology. Okay. You're either going to be an investor of the technology or you're going to be a consumer of it. That's it. There's going to be no middle ground. And there's never been an opportunity like this for the normal everyday person, Main Street, to get a piece of Wall Street. So you're seeing the regime change, right? The old regime that is heading out was so against this. They didn't want you to be decentralized. They didn't want you to have DeFi. They didn't want you to be able to take your XRP or Bitcoin and lend against it and go get a mortgage. Think about this. Trump's a very smart businessman. If I can go get a loan, think logically about this. If I have a lot of Bitcoin, we have a lot of XRP, we have a lot of other altcoins. If I can take those and put it in a DeFi platform that Trump created, they have their own DeFi platform, and I can go take Bitcoin or XRP, and I don't have to go to Wells Fargo or Bank of America, and I can get a loan off my own assets in like 3 minutes instead of waiting 90 days, 60 days for a bank to approve me and, have me do a blood test. I'm being sarcastic, right? Selling your firstborn to get a loan. I'm pumping money into the economy. I can go buy the house very quickly. Products start to move. Things start to innovate. Real estate agents are making money. People are buying homes. Construction workers can work more. It's the era of authenticity that's coming in, and this fear-based society is dying off. You shouldn't fear growth. You shouldn't fear innovation, and Trump doesn't. RFK doesn't. Elon doesn't. It's like, do you have your shit together or not? That's the era we're heading into, which is super exciting. So what I would be doing is why I have blinders on. I focus on God, family, and protecting my ecosystem at all costs, and I stay out of another man's business. It's because I'm getting my shit together, because that's what's coming. So when the dust settles, it doesn't matter how loud you are or do you have your shit together or not? That's the era we're heading into. This is very important, especially men. I'm speaking to your hearts. Do you have your shit together or not? Because what's done in darkness comes to light. You can bark all day, but the curtains are going to be peeled back. Deveiling everything. Do you have your shit together? Are you being a good father? Are you being a good steward of your income? Are you being a good steward to your spouse, partner, and loved one? That era is here. That's why you're seeing LeBron James, you're seeing Jay-Z, you're seeing P. Diddy, you're seeing all these people get exposed. What's done in darkness is coming to light. There's going to be a decentralization. There's going to be a coming together of humanity. It's going to go into a golden era, and you have the opportunity to get your family on the right side of this coin. Okay, so I'm going to leave you. I love Anthony Pompliano. I highly recommend you follow him. He was on Fox News. He does such a great job of explaining Bitcoin and what's happening within our society.
Can Bitcoin continue to outperform in 2025?
I definitely think that Bitcoin can continue to outperform. If you look at a bunch of the tailwinds, you've got the ETFs that now are bringing in hundreds of billions of dollars over time. You also see that there are nation states that are starting to buy up Bitcoin. The U.S. is talking about a Bitcoin strategic reserve. You also have a much more friendly regulatory environment that's coming in 2025. And on top of that, you have corporations that are buying lots of Bitcoin as well. And so when you look at those tailwinds, that's obviously a boom, and people get nervous whenever there's a price drawdown. But if you go back to the last two bull markets, we saw 13 different times that there was a drawdown of 10% or more during that Bitcoin bull market. And so this is very normal. People should not get worried. And I continue to think that Bitcoin will do very well in 2025.
Okay. I just wanted you to hear that. So what I wanted you to hear is a couple things that I hope you took from that is companies, to include my companies. We are looking to build we own quite a bit of XRP with our company. I own it personally as well. We are wanting to build our own Bitcoin treasury. Like, it is a totally different way that we haven't been able to experience in the past, right? Imagine this, right? So you as a company start putting your profits in Bitcoin or XRP as well, right? Two different great mechanisms. We own a lot of XRP, but if we start like a Bitcoin treasury and we start stuffing our profits into Bitcoin, we are now stuffing, we're investing in our future selves. If Bitcoin is going to go up 50% every single year on average, if we made 20% profit margin, right, off of $1 million, if we made $200,000 profit and we're able to stuff it into Bitcoin, that 200,000 is now going to be 250, 300. And if you keep compounding that, but the beauty in that as well, you now have a Bitcoin treasury, right? Or an XRP treasury, whatever it is, or any asset. From there, when we need loans or we need to build, we're building 3T Media. That's our future of our company. So when we need that, we don't have to go beg a bank for money or go get more investors. We go to Bitcoin and we do a asset-backed loan, tax-free. And when we borrow from that and we put it into something that's going to continue to grow, so if we stuff it into our company that is going to increase our ROI is increasing, and our asset over here continues to increase. Does that make sense? So that's what the whole thing of DeFi is. It's decentralized finance. You're now able to become your own bank, right? So why would you in my opinion, why would you store your profits or your income into things that are going to deflate every single year? So if they pull Bitcoin underneath the treasury, that's game over. Like, do you really think, okay, so many of you guys, everybody's knows, people watching us, that America's a corporation, it's a company, right? So if America's a company and it drives the whole economy, just use logic, it drives the whole economy. Why would they even be considering a Bitcoin treasury? If Bitcoin's going to zero and America's a corporation and this is all a big money play, then why, logically, would they pull Bitcoin underneath the treasury? Don't you think they have a little bit more insight than we do on who created it? Like this, that's just logic to me. So I do my decisions based on logic, not based on emotion, not based on this person or that person. And that's my number one thing I want to share with you guys. You have to be stoic. And how do you become stoic? You get your shit together. You stay out of other men and women's business and you take care of business. Like I said, God, family, protecting my ecosystem at all costs, and I ain't got time to be in other people's business. We're studying spirituality, God, the Bible. We're homeschooling our kids. We're staying focused on what matters, family, and we're building cool shit that helps society. So Merry Christmas to you and your family. I thank you guys so much for all the support. And I thank you for being here and allowing me to speak my truth around God and Christ. And that's all I want is your authenticity. That's all I'm asking. That's who I want to be around, right? Even if you don't like this vibration and you don't like what I'm speaking in the negative comments, that's why I don't block anybody. I don't block anybody. I only block scammers. That's it. I don't block anybody because I think all opinions are important. It's a reflection. It's all a reflection of each other. That's it. It's all good, guys. We got this. It's all good. And we'll get much further if we operate in unconditional love. Not putting conditions on your love for me or you. Gratitude and authenticity. And I love God with all my heart. And I love my neighbor as I love God. So that's what I got for you guys. Big red alert. Big red alert. I will never proactively DM you. Those are all scammers. I'll never DM you about your crypto portfolio. We do not trade people's crypto. We do not have a crypto trading platform. Never send anybody money pretending to be me. That is not me communicating with you on Telegram, WhatsApp, Instagram. If you're messaging us, we'll communicate with you, okay? So we created resources for you so you know you're communicating with my team. You'll never send my team member money directly, ever. So there you go. Down below, there's a description in the YouTube video here, or if you're on social media, you click the link in there. There's what's called a needs assessment. Let me be very clear with what that is. I pull my profits from the top and I pull it down and I use cash value life insurance. I have a moat around my ecosystem. We got our kingdom, and our moat is we got cryptocurrency. We're holding Bitcoin forever as our bank. We're using our alternative coins to get profit. We're keeping 50% forever. I pull it down into cash value life insurance. Protect, compound, and grow. Everybody has insurance for their car, their house, their life, but they forget to insure their wealth. I insure my wealth. So as the markets come tumbling down, my money is insured. From there, I get more silver. We're getting more real estate. We're good in business. We're going to continue to innovate and build 3T Media, and we're going to have a lot of fun. So the first one is a needs assessment. Okay, I use cash value life insurance, but what I do may not work for you. So we're going to do a retirement strategy for you for free. Okay, we're going to dive into what your goals are. What do you want to do? We're going to dream a little bit. My team will break that down. You'll never send them money directly. Okay, so that's a free retirement strategy assessment around cash value life insurance, annuities, things like that. Okay. On the other side is my Coach JV Academy. I've helped 9,300, coming up on 400 people worldwide get their shit together and blinders on. 120-day challenge, 4 months, lock and load, get focused, get your shit together, live calls, Q&A calls, market calls, and it's your tribe, it's your vibe, it's your community if you made it this far. So I love you guys. That's all in the description. And Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. God is good and Christ is King. Warriors, let's get your shit together. Love you guys.